Christmas lights. I grew up on a small island off of the coast of Georgia. Both sides of my family have been residents on our island for nearly a century. My great-grandfather was the last lighthouse keeper of the island lighthouse. My grandfather and great-aunts and uncles all grew up in and around the lighthouse. My grandfather retired after the Coast Guard officially took over lighthouse duties. He died in his 50s, leaving my grandmother alone in their historical island home. I used to visit her very often. She used to paint and do arts and crafts. I loved going over to their old home and spending time with her. She was such a wonderful person. My great-grandmother has since passed away, and a very nice couple from Atlanta had purchased her home and remodeled it. My aunt had become very good friends with the couple, and she is the one who told me this story. A couple of weeks before Christmas one year, the couple that had bought my great-grandmother's house decided to go back to Atlanta to visit the kids and grandkids. When they came back home after Christmas, they called my aunt and asked her if she had come over and checked on their house. My aunt replied no. Why would you be asking? The woman replied that when they got home, they were putting some of their Christmas decorations back up in the attic, and they discovered several strings of white Christmas lights strung out in straight lines down the center walkway of the attic. My aunt dropped the phone and screamed. After my aunt regained her composure, the lady asked my aunt what was wrong. My aunt replied, "Every Christmas, I would come over and help Granny put out her Christmas decorations. One of the things I helped her do every year was to go up in the attic, take out the strands of Christmas lights, line them up down the walkway, and plug each one in to make sure all of the lights worked. Apparently, Granny took it upon herself to check your Christmas lights for you while you were gone." My aunt swears that this is a true story, and the same couple had experienced a few other strange occurrences in the house after that. Pretty sure my house is haunted. This story is not complete but a log of what I have found so far. The year is 2019, my sophomore year in high school, age 15. My stepsister, who at the time was 12, had asked me if I believed in the supernatural, being that one kid at school and home that is obsessed with summoning demons, ghosts, spirits and hauntings. So naturally I say, well duh. She leans into me, her eyes wide with secrets and excitement, and whispers, "Your mom and I believe the house is haunted." I was skeptical at first, so I asked her for proof. She led me upstairs and into the loft, where she pointed to a spot on the carpet, where a deep indentation had been made. The indentation was a bare foot. It was larger than any of the girls' feet but smaller than my mom's or stepdad's. That wasn't the last time something odd happened. I continuously kept smelling cologne. I asked my stepdad if he uses cologne. He told me no. I thought about asking my stepbrother, but he sleeps downstairs. The cologne smell always showed up at the same time every night, right as I was to go downstairs. One night I woke up suddenly and found strange eyes watching me sleep. It totally freaked me out. That morning my sister woke me up, which was strange because she wasn't supposed to be awake. "Rochelle, wake up!" She looked frightened. She told me I was screaming in my sleep. She said that it sounded like I was possessed or something. I looked at her and squinted my eyes and said, "There's something I need to remember but I forgot." She just rolled her eyes and said that I needed to get ready anyway. It was later that day in my study strategies class, when I dropped my book as I remembered a crucial detail. The eyes, they were all black, which should have been impossible to see at night, but they were glowing, a strange weird glow. It is indescribable. I apologize for not enough details. The next event is what keeps me up at night, even now. That night I couldn't sleep, for fear of the noise my sister described. It was then that I heard that very noise I was trying to avoid listening to. The part that disturbed me the most was that when I looked over at my sister, she was sitting up, looking at me with those eyes that have haunted me all day.